I chose to use for a title this morning, God has a plan for your life. God has a plan for your life. Amen, lights? God has a plan for your life. Now that's something to get excited about, am I right?
Amen.
As I read the story of Joseph, there was a phrase that continued to run through my mind. And that phrase says, to be careful how you treat others, because you never know what God's plan is for them. In my ministry, I find myself on familiar ground, but in unfamiliar territory. I've been away from the CME church for quite some time, and I've found that many things have changed. I've always been told that each time I reach a new level, I'm sure to find a new devil. Things get so tough in my ministry at times, I find myself having to remind myself that God didn't bring me this far just to leave me. So I don't focus on the plan that man has for me. I place my focus on the plan that God has for my life. God has a plan for your life, church. A certain evangelist's wife died. And when he had to be away in meetings, he would hire a caretaker to care for his two sons. Well, whenever he'd been away, he would always bring back gifts for his boys. One day, however, he forgot to pick up the boys some gifts. And when he got home, they greeted him and they began asking for their gifts. And he told those boys, I will take you to the store and you can buy whatever you want. So those boys went to the store with their father. And the first thing they saw when they got there was the candy counter. And they got excited and they both decided that this is what they wanted to buy. But their father told them to just wait and look around the store a little more. So they continued to look around the store and they ended up in the toy department. And there they found some cowboy suits, complete with hat, boots, guns, etc. And they decided that this is what they wanted to buy. But their father told them to just wait and look around the store a little more. So they continued to look around the store and they ended up in the sporting goods department. And there they found some basketballs and they began to dribble those balls up and down the aisle, and they got excited and they told their father, this is what we want. But their father said to just wait and look around the store a little more. So they continued to look around the store and suddenly they spotted two brand new 10-speed bicycles against the back wall of the store. Their father saw what they were looking at. And he asked, how would you like to have these? Those boys left that store that day with more than they bargained for because their father refused to let them settle for less than his best. He had intended to buy the bikes all along. Those boys thought that candy would be wonderful, but their father had something far more wonderful in mind. He had a plan for them all along. So it is with the Lord. He has plans for us that we can only begin to imagine. We see things and we formulate plans that we think would be wonderful, but the Lord has something far more special for us. A look at the life of Joseph illustrates this truth. Joseph's life demonstrates 4 facts that you will find true as you travel the path that God has cleared for you. If you can remember these truths, then no matter how dark the clouds, no matter how depressing the circumstances, no matter how diligent the critics, you will always be aware of the fact that God has a plan for your life.